This is Bob Cox reporting for Talk of the Sound TV. New Rochelle's Business Improvement District Board, or BID Board, met on June 28th at the Avalon East in downtown New Rochelle. On the agenda was a review of the accomplishments of the BID over the course of the year and plans for next year. Mark Jerome introduced Ralph DiBart, Executive Director of the BID, to review some of the accomplishments of the BID for 2010.
I have a few basic updates I want to go over, and then I want to go over what our goals are going to be for next year. So you want to give us the facade program?
Yes. As a result of the recession, a lot of properties that had entered the facade program had stepped back and was concerned about cash flow and the time of money was tight. But I'm happy to say that this year we have 14 storefronts in the program, and I'm finishing negotiations on at least another 10. So we'll have 24 storefronts that will be going through the facade program this year. And they're concentrated at strategic corners, so that will be pretty much a very impressive addition to the facade program downtown. We're also working with the city, which has some limited awnings money, to try to match up the building facades with awning projects. So not only do we get good new storefronts, but we also get awnings and signage, which have made a tremendous impact downtown.
Any commentary on facades? Facades have generally been a great success with the BID. Division Street is totally a chain street. I believe in the program. I really like it. I want to make sure it keeps going. And if anyone's interested or knows a store that should be interested, on our side of town, we have a couple dilapidated buildings towards Monroe College that the landlords are absent, and I'd like to try to get them involved, and we're even willing to help out with it. But we need to do that because the city, as you walk past an empty building, and you may want to talk about that as well, it does, I get used to it, we all get used to it, but it does not give the best impression to a visitor to the city. So I know you had some idea with empty space initiative. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff, by the way, when we did our business retention plan, it's amazing. We're actually implementing about 90% of what we said we wanted to do in this plan. One of the initiatives was what we call the Artist Spaces program. Last year, that resulted in our opening up a temporary gallery, vacant retail space at 542 Main Street. But more importantly, working with actually Len Chandel and his partner Joel, who had about 8,000 square feet of long-term vacant space at 81 Center Street. It was vacant for about 20 years. Last year, we worked with them to totally restore the space. Now it's 100% leased and has remained 100% leased to artists and art-related businesses, such as a ballet school, about a dozen different individual artists. We were working with the Lowe's Theater as a possible second location, but they've just announced that they're short on funding, so they're going to have to postpone that. But another building that we've been talking to at the corner of Division and Main, which has 8,000 square feet of vacant space, after 2 or 3 years of working with them, they finally agreed they want to enter the program. So they're starting to work with a property owner to really take that derelict space and convert it into, again, 8,000 square feet of new artist studio space. We opened up another temporary gallery at 597 Main Street. Our first event was with the PTA. We brought in over 250 people to that event. Our second event is an art exhibit with a group of young artists called Emerge. And Cable Vision came and spent the evening and is running a 2 to 3 minute feature piece on one of the cable magazines in a couple of weeks, not only on the gallery, but about our arts movement, including some of the studios at 81 Center. Mark just mentioned the vacant storefronts, which have been a long-term concern of ours. So we worked with the city, and they passed legislation requiring that vacant storefronts either have to put in graphics in the windows that are approved by the Municipal Arts Commission, or work with the BID to put in a legitimate arts-related use. We network and are forging a relationship with a New York City-based foundation called Shashama, which is headed up by Anita Durst, which has been around for about 12 to 14 years. And what her program does is work with local organizations and property owners to adopt vacant storefronts to provide insurance, which is critical to the bid as well as the property owner, and then to have an artist work there to do art installations and or open up a temporary art gallery. And again, this is all temporary because our long-term goal is basically to have retail in there. But what we have found out is once these storefronts are cleaned out and there's an animated use in there, it's a lot easier for a business person to appreciate its value.
Do you want to break for a second?
Due to some technical problems, which basically revolve around me not knowing how to work the new camera I got with which I filmed this meeting, right now I don't have the last 20 minutes or so of the meeting, so unless I'm able to recover those files, I'm not going to be able to put those up on the website. So let me just say some of the highlights of what was missed was New Rochelle Development Commissioner Michael Freemuth, who told the bid board that despite reports to the contrary, by which I take it he means Talk of the Sound, EPT, Entertainment Properties Trust, is still interested in developing out the retail space at New Rock. Whether that meant the Kohl's or Target deal was going to go forward or some new deal was going to happen was unclear, but EPT has been in discussions with the city and there are some plans underway. In addition, there was an election. All the officers of the board, all the members of the bid board that were up for election stood for election and were reelected, so there is no change in the composition of the bid board at this time. And that was about it. There was one other segment, which was New Rochelle police officers giving a report on crime in downtown New Rochelle. I do have that video. I'm going to put it up as a separate file on YouTube because otherwise I'll be outside the 10-minute limit. So that's it for now. Thanks.